direct from the Royal Mail. I got a package, finally, to add USB-C charging to the KX2. Stick around. This makes my life so much easier, and I'm happy. It adds, you're looking at the wrong damn side. It adds USB-C charging port to your KX2. Bidirectional charging. This is from G7UFO, Golf 7 Uniform Foxtrot Oscar. Genius. Bidirectional USB charging port. Add it to your KX2. If you have the built-in battery charger already from Elecraft, you got to remove it. No problem. I'll show you how. I'll even show you how to install this one in just a minute. It charges the internal lithium-ion battery if you have it installed at up to 30 watts. It's a dual roll port, so you can also charge an external device with it, your phone, maybe a wireless hotspot, GPS device, whatever. You can still use the DC jack. You can still use the barrel connector to charge if you wanted to, or the USB-C. Supports PD 3.0, quick charge, and BC 1.2. There's a nice little LED on the top to show you the charging status indicator. When I show you how to put this together, heed my note about not breaking the LED or the little housing diffuser over the LED. It's pretty easy to do. And the battery voltage monitor in the KX2, where you can view the battery voltage on the display, still works. Let's dive down. Let's tear into my KX2, rip some stuff out, put some stuff in. In the kit that I got anyway, I ordered the one with the side plate that has the USB-C cutout. This is going to replace your left side plate on your existing KX2. A little bit of insulating foam material that we'll figure out where this goes. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. And the board itself. Taped to the board are going to be two little pins. These pins you're going to solder on your board on the E as in Echo and B as in Bravo pads. I'll show you that once we get inside. If you already have the internal battery charger for your KX2, those pins are already going to be there. And also, if you have the internal battery charger option for your KX2, we're going to have to take that out to fit this in. I do have that internal battery charger, so we'll go through the process of taking that out and putting in the new USB-C charging option. Let's flip this over and get started. All right, first things first, take your KX2, flip her over. I'm gonna remove the back panel with the two thumb screws. Be careful of your speaker connection. Don't rip the wires off because your speaker connection wires are right here. And they're pretty easy sometimes. Just undo this connector. Take the back plate with the speaker and set it aside. Remove the battery if you have a battery in yours. And set it aside. Now, mine already has the E Echo and B Bravo pins soldered on to the board. If yours does not have the built-in battery charger, you'll have to solder these two little pins that come taped on. You have to solder these onto these two pads on your board. So what we need to do now, we need to disconnect the internal battery charger, if you have it, and remove it using the 2 screws here on the side. Just pull the 2 leads off of the board. And you can see these are on the E as in Echo pad is right over here. And the B as in Bravo pad is the one right there. These 2 screws here, you are going to remove if you have the built-in battery charger, because the USB battery charger is going to replace that. 1 screw, make sure you don't lose it. 2 screw. Now, this battery charger can come out now. There is an LED on top if you have the battery charger option. When you pull this out, try not to break this LED because it can be pretty finicky. So we'll just try to maneuver this out in such a way. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this side plate off. That would probably be the best option. So the bottom 2 screws, let's go ahead and take the side plate off. And that will give us some more access. We're gonna have to replace the side plate anyway. Take the side plate off. Now we got a little bit more room to get this battery charger module out. Hopefully without snapping that LED off. Okay, it looks like it is connected to the board here. So you kind of have to kind of finagle those pins loose as well. There we go. And then pops right out. So this is the built-in battery charger option for the KX2. We're going to replace that with the USB option. We can see in here a little bit better now that the board's not in the way. The 2 pins that you have to solder, if they don't already exist, are this one right here, which is the what is that? The Echo pin. E is an Echo. And this pin right here, which is the B as in Bravo pin. If you don't have these 2 pins included with your USB board on the little tape here, are 2 pins. You'll just put them down on those pads, dab a bit of solder on them, and be good to go. I already have them, so I don't need them. So I'm going to remove these 2 pins, get them out of the way, and we will install the board. You're looking at the left end of the KX2 right now. This board is going to go down like so. Focus. This board is going to go down like so. Let me touch you so you focus a little bit. The little prongs that are on the board are going to go up into the end of the board. Now, I would highly suggest when you put this in, because there's a built-in LED on this side for a charging status indicator, take the sides of your KX2 and bend them out a little bit like that. See how they're bending? That way when you put this in, you won't snap this LED off. It's been reported. It might happen to you. What we're going to do is we're going to get this slid in. I'm going to open up the side so I can slide the LED at the same time. Get the 3 pins lined up to the 3 pinholes. Make sure you're pulling on the side so you give clearance for the LED over here. I missed a pin over here. So, retry. Don't get it right the first time, that's for sure. Spread the sides of the cases. Make sure you're latched on those. Make sure your LED is clearing. push it on down, and there you go. You're good here, you're good here, you're good here, and we didn't break off the LED. How about that? Now we need to connect the wires on the inside. Now, I've seen other videos where there's heat shrink supplied for the red and the white wires. Mine didn't come with that. I don't know why. But what I did is I cut little pieces of heat shrink myself. We're just going to flip them over these wires here. Again, the white wire goes to the E as in echo. And again, for the red wire, you'll slide the heat shrink over and plug the red wire into the B as in Bravo, right there. All right, we're gonna use my handy dandy little heat gun here, and we're gonna shrink these a little bit, just so they hold on to the pin and don't decide to go anywhere. Don't gotta be much. That is good enough. Try not to burn myself. Got them heat shrunk on there. Now let's do some functional tests before we put all this back together, just to see. Let's, I got a battery bank here, a little 20 amp hour battery bank, USB cable. This puts out 65 watts. Excuse me, you can't see that. This puts out 65 watts. So we are just going to test with this little battery bank. I do not have a battery installed. Now, as far as I know, you cannot power your KX2 from here. So let's see what happens if we plug in this with no battery installed. It goes to green to red. So the LED is flashing green to red, which is probably telling you, hey, it's trying to charge, but it can't, which is fine. And you should not, I guess, be able to power up the radio. Yeah, you cannot power up the radio. So if you see green to red, that means there's something wrong with your battery. So it cannot charge a battery. Can't charge mine because I don't have one installed. So let's unplug it. Let's put a battery back in here. Found these little replacement ones. They're green, 3200 milliamp hours. Found these on Amazon somewhere. I'll put a link below. They seem to work very well and more cost reasonable than the OEM Elecraft batteries. All right, let's plug the battery in. As soon as I plug the battery in, did you see that? As soon as I plug the battery in, watch the LED light right here. It did blink. There you go. So I guess it's showing you that it did detect a battery. We'll throw the battery back in here and plug the charger in. See what happens. Okay, now it's solid green. Green and pulsing, which I assume means it's charging the battery. So no more red. Awesome. Let's go ahead and let's get our speaker hooked back up. Let's put the back of the case back on, flip it over, and show you one other cool feature about it. Got the case back on, flip it over. Let's make sure it works. Yes, sir. Beautiful. All right. Charges. Let's make sure it's plugging our USB charger again. If I can find the hole. Got a green light up there pulsing. Guess that means it's good. Now, can you operate this while it's charging? I don't know. Let's turn the rig on. This light goes to like a purple. That's actually a purple. Not sure exactly what that means, if anybody can tell me. Not sure if it's going to charge the battery while the radio's on. I don't know. We'll see. If you turn the radio back off. There we go. It does go back to green.
and pulsing. Like I said, that is, I assume, means the battery's charging. Now, one other cool thing that I've read, I haven't tried it yet, do it the first time here. My phone is at 96%. Supposedly this can reverse charge USB-C as well. So we're going to plug a USB-C cable. It's got a short little cable here into the side. And the other side of this I'm going to plug into my phone and see if we can tell what happens. Let's plug it in. Ooh, I felt it vibrate, and it is charging. You can charge your phone from your KX2. That's pretty cool in a pinch. All right, so the reverse charging, that's a cool little thing. I like this, man. USB charging for your KX2. Done. Cool little mod.
KX2 USB-C mod. Done. By the way, I never did figure out what this little foam piece was for. I looked around the interwebs and I didn't find much of anything useful. Seems to be working without it. My guess is it's to prevent something on the board from touching metal if it's pressed together. But I didn't see anything that would be touching metal, so I'm not sure where that goes. So, hey, if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, a subscribe, consider joining the channel. Really appreciate you guys. And remember, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. 73. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you like this type of content, please click the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'd like to support me with creating more content like this, please consider becoming a Patreon member or a YouTube channel member. Those links are in the description below. 73.